Hello and welcome to Cut to the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben and this week I'm hanging out with Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
Today we talk about the English samurai, William Adams. It's a history episode.
Hey.
You haven't had one for a bit?
He was the first Englishman to step foot in Japan.
Yeah. And
Very
gains,
first.
and of course whenever we go anywhere, we gain that respect.
Well, it's given away in the title Samurai. He did quite well for himself in
Certainly
Japanese
did.
society.
Certainly did.
Because he's British, don't you know?
And also he's, even at his level of knowledge, because he was still like, in terms of like, ships and stuff, he knew a lot more than they did.
Yeah. He's lucky he knew Portuguese.
Yeah, definitely.
Or what now? What language do they speak?
Yeah, the Portuguese got there first, didn't they?
But do they speak Portuguese though, or is it called something else?
No, it's Portuguese.
No,
Okay,
Portuguese.
just checking.
So
We'll get to that.
absolutely, we'll get to it all. So, in the year 1600, a battered Dutch ship drifted towards the coast of Japan. Its crew was starving, sick, and reduced from more than 100 men to barely 24 survivors. I actually think it's 5, isn't it? It's like the crew 120 and there's something like
I think it's 5 that make it there, isn't it?
5 that make it. And amongst them was an English pilot, a pilot, not obviously, the guy that steers the ship was a pilot first rather than the dashing fellow flying an aeroplane.
Yeah, I didn't think he was in a jet.
No. An experienced navigator named William Adams. Within a few years, that same man will become a trusted advisor to one of the most powerful warlords in Japanese history, Tokugawa Ieyasu. Did I get that right, nearly?
Yeah. It didn't sound too
Good for
bad.
you.
Yeah.
I want to point out, listener, that every episode we've ever done that features any kind of Japanese, I have massacred the names.
Because he hates them, he's racist.
I don't hate them. I'd like to go to Japan.
It's a joke. I'm joking.
They don't know that.
Sorry.
He will be granted the rare honour of samurai status and given a Japanese name, Murahora Anjin, and allowed privileges no other Englishman in Japan would hold for centuries. This is a story of a man caught between worlds, Elizabethan England and feudal Japan, whose life reads like historical fiction, but is rooted firmly in documented fact.
And if it sounds familiar,
Yep.
you've probably watched Shogun, which is, it's basically this.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome series. You haven't watched it?
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's essentially this guy's story. Well, it's sexed up, obviously. But yeah, it's definitely based on. What I love about this though as well is that they'd heard of Japan, but they didn't know 100% where it was.
Well,
exactly. They had a vague idea. We think it's over there. We've heard about the Portuguese and the Spanish talking about this fucking somewhere where they're trading, getting all this good shit from, and they won't tell us because they're Catholic.
We're Protestant.
But the balls to just be like, well, we'll load up some ships and we'll just fucking head out that way.
We'll go and have a look.
And we'll see what happens. How many ships did they start with?
5.
4 fucking... I don't know what happened to them, but they didn't make it. We'll find out what happened to them. It's just the balls... And then they're half dead when they basically drift in.
Oh god, yeah.
It's not like a successful. There it is. Press on. It's a bit of a fucking fluke. Yeah. It's a total fluke.
I suppose that the Portuguese and the Spanish would have kept it a closely guarded secret where it was.
Yeah, it was.
So if you captured a Portuguese or a Spanish ship and you interrogated the captain, he might have let slip. Oh, well, we've got this fucking place. It's this island that no one goes to. It's like
we'd have spies, wouldn't we?
There'd be spies. I mean, obviously, what was that fella's name? The first 007 we covered, he might have been instrumental in doing. But it's like it would have been a closely guarded secret amongst a few captains who go there, and
it was like a myth. They knew there was somewhere. They knew they were getting this ship from somewhere and trading. It's just I just love the balls of it, but the fluke though as well. To then only 5 of you left. No supplies left.
No.
You're half dead.
You're drinking your own piss.
And you happen to drift into Japan, which is doing quite well in 1600. It's not like they're not savages.
Oh, they're they're,
No.
few, they're like
They're very sophisticated.
well, they're medieval England, they're medieval Europe with a little bit extra.
Mm.
I'd argue in terms of philosophy and things like
Yeah,
that.
it's weird. I was trying to look into this online, like some answers to, because it's like they weren't as technologically advanced as us. They weren't like military or navy as advanced as we were, like shipbuilding, and they made little ships, didn't they? But not big, giant, like
Warships.
seafaring warship things.
Well, they weren't travelling to England, were they?
No,
They didn't have the shipbuilding technology to sail halfway around the world to England.
And they weren't industrialized. Like they didn't. We were just more advanced in a lot of ways, but then we weren't. We were like, they like more advanced in like philosophy, and like spirituality, and like, you know.
That probably comes more from their religion.
Yeah, but they were like, because I was trying to get to the bottom of this, and it was saying to me it's because they allowed in a mix of, they've got their original Chinese Buddhism stuff, got their own stuff from being isolated, and then anyone who's turned up with new ideas, they've factored them in but put their own spin on it.
They had Shinto,
like,
didn't they?
It's about
Was their
nature.
religion Shinto?
It's
I
like
took
a
a
Shintoism.
screenshot.
it's like a form of nature worship in a way. The spirits in the streams,
Yeah.
the spirits in the rocks, the spirits in the earth. You got to
Like-
appease them and.
Their artwork was like amazing, and like the finery of like, I was thinking about, like it was only the very wealthy people that had that, but them silk, like the ornate patterns that are in them and
Yeah.
everything, like that's all like got to be hand. It's just
It's
amazing,
like-
artistry, like.
I think it's like if you choose a path and you follow it, kind of mentality, isn't it? If you're going to be a silk embroiderer, then you're going to be the best damn silk embroiderer you can be.
Yeah.
If you're going to be if you're a high-ranking samurai, you're going to be try and be the best high-ranking samurai you can be, following the code of that, follow that path.
And I suppose one of the differences might have been, I'm just reading, I took this screenshot earlier that was saying that, so this sort of period, the medieval, so for 1600 onwards, the Edo period, where it was like pretty, basically peaceful compared to before, and like there was a massive rise in literacy, which enabled the philosophy and ideas to spread.
Yeah.
And philosophy was not just academic, it was integrated into daily life, such as the tea ceremony, the haiku, gardening, the strict ethical warrior code of Bushido. It's all this like ceremonial, like the tea thing, man. Like, that would drive us mad, wouldn't it? Pouring tea like that every time. It's got to be done in a specific. But I like that. It's just weird, isn't it? How they just seem more sort of mentally advanced, but at the same time they weren't, because they weren't building the kinds of things we were building.
I'd say they were a little bit more OCD.
Weren't we all like illiterate, toothless peasants? 80% of us.
1600s. You've had you're in the Renaissance, so people are getting a bit more educated. The fact that we are getting more educated because we're building ships that can go around the globe.
Yeah, we're winning lots of wars and things.
We've got gunpowder, we've got better armor, we've got best. We've got, in that respect, we have got. They're still, in some respects, apart from the cultural differences of they're choosing a path and following it, and being the best damn whatever they want to be. They are where we are in the Middle Ages, pre-plague, when we did the Black Plague.
Yeah.
They're kind of early Middle Ages, a feudal society. This is your place in society. You're not moving out of that unless you do something fucking amazing.
They're not up to their knees in shit.
No, but they haven't got like. But are their cities any different? I've never looked into the state of feudal Japanese cities. I'd imagine there's still a lot of filth about.
Possibly, but they were definitely more like, they were built in like straight lines. They look like modern American. They're built in like blocks, like straight lines. Like he said in one of his letters home, Anjin Adams, that he's like, you could stand at one end of the street, look down, and see the other end. He's amazed by it, because I suppose medieval England's mostly villages and that, isn't it? But London would have been a higgledy-piggledy
Winding road
mess.
Yeah, it would have been wherever they built a.
Yeah.
That was where it was, because we're talking London was rebuilt after 1666 on the Great Fire, so it was built more logically in grids and straight roads.
Yeah.
But medieval London would have been a mess of side alleys and main roads.
Yeah.
So William Adams was born in 1564 in Gillingham in Kent, the same year as William Shakespeare. England was emerging as a maritime power under Elizabeth I, and the sea offered opportunity for ambitious young men. And if you are born in Kent on the coast, you're going to be someone who can navigate a boat. That is the
He was apprenticed when he was like
the
12.
riverways as well, because you're bringing trade into the rivers. So if you would grow up knowing, like Francis Drake grew up around that area, and he would navigate the riverways to bring trade into London. That's how he learned how to steer ships, basically, and navigate and things like that. So by his 20s, because he probably started when he was like 12.
Yeah, I'm sure I read earlier that he was like, I think his parents died or something, and he was apprenticed
Yeah,
at like 12.
yeah. He's an experienced pilot and responsible for plotting courses across dangerous seas. And this is the golden age of exploration. England and the Dutch Republic were locked in a commercial and religious rivalry with Iberian Catholic powers, Spain and Portugal. So England and Holland, England and the Dutch are Protestants. That makes us mates.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that we're going to go to war with them in about another 100 years' time. Less than that, probably.
Yeah.
We are mates because the Catholics, the Spanish especially, and the Portuguese have got that wonderful new empire over in South America, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, all them places, you know.
Chile.
Yeah. You know, so they're taking all that gold, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mexico, you know, the Aztecs have taken all that fucking gold. It enriches them. It makes us weaker. So the seas are battlegrounds, and trade, religion, and empire and piracy blurred together. Because let's not forget that Sir Francis Drake was a privateer to begin with. He gets his letters from the Queen of England, Elizabeth. And says, go and you've got my authority to go. You're not a pirate. You've got my authority, but just go and steal as much as you can.
Well, this turns out sort of an issue later, because when he's accused of being a pirate, he's one of the main things that they got against him is like, why have you got 20 massive fucking cannons?
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, because of them cunts. We're just on a peaceful mission, but you never know, they blow us out to sea for no reason.
Yeah.
Those filthy Catholics. But yeah, he definitely had 20 cannons on his ship.
Well,
so
no one
I'm
sailed.
sure they were under instruction. He doesn't mention it, the real guy. Well, we've got to be careful here, because me and Mike have watched Shogun, which is very closely based on this guy, but it is definitely changed. It's not historical fact, but it's close. But like, in the show, where was I going with that? Oh, in the show he says that like his mission, they are there to build trade, but they're also, if you spot one of them pricks on the way, feel free to, you know,
steal their stuff.
Blow them up, you know. And,
Well, you want to capture the ship, take it as a
take
prize, steal their supplies,
Mm.
because you know you're drinking piss and eating weevils, picking the weevils out of biscuits.
Here's your 20. Here's your 20 cannons.
Yeah. Adams gained experience in the Royal Navy and in the merchant voyages before joining this daring Dutch expedition in 1598. 5 ships bound for Asia via the treacherous Strait of Magellan. The flagship was the Erasmus, and the voyage was catastrophic. The fleet encountered storms so violent they shattered masts and scattered ships. Scurvy, starvation and disease ravaged the crew, and indigenous attacks in South America and Portuguese hostility in Asia thinned their numbers further.
Yeah.
Scurvy, that's why the Americans call us limeys, you know.
Yeah, because we had loads of lime.
Oranges and
Scurvy.
lime, but they all got scurvy and we didn't.
Yeah,
So,
clever.
Fuck you.
We're very good at sailing.
Britannia rules the waves.
That's it.
By the time the Erasmus reached Japan in April 1600, 2 years at sea.
Fuck that.
24 of the original 110 crew are still alive.
Fucking hell. What do you do with the bodies?
Throw them overboard.
Yeah, thank God.
There was a tradition on sailing ships that you'd wrap them in their hammock.
Yeah.
You stitch the hammock up, put a couple of cannonballs in the hammock so they sink. But the last stitch you would put through the nose.
Okay.
Because if the corpse twitched, it was still alive.
Oh, Lord Almighty.
Because there's a very real chance you might just be in a coma and they're just going to throw you overboard. Because people don't know about this shit. So stuff like that, like the last stitch of the hammock through the nose, if they go, whoa, they're alive and we shouldn't throw them overboard.
Two of your mates go, can you over the edge?
Just yeet you over, that's it.
Salute you.
Yeah.
Would you move in a coma though?
You'd still twitch.
Would you?
Yeah, the nose is very sensitive,
Suppose
isn't
it's
it?
nerves, isn't it?
It's nerves, so, you know, a needle going through your
Yeah.
nose would certainly make you sort of sniffle, wouldn't it?
24 out of 110.
I know. But the problem is Japan is in turmoil. It's been fractured by over a century of civil war, the Sengoku period, where regional warlords known as the daimyo,
I think it's daimyo. Oh, fuck.
I think it is daimyo,
Yeah.
fought endlessly for dominance, but one figure was rising above the rest, Tokugawa Ieyasu. I've massacred that already. So when
That's not too bad.
when Adams and his surviving crew came ashore in Kyushu, they were imprisoned almost immediately because the Portuguese are there. They've been trading with the Japanese.
And everything, all their stuff was robbed by locals.
It was, yeah.
They just ransacked the ship immediately.
Yeah. They didn't hurt anybody, though.
No,
they just nicked all their stuff.
They didn't want to touch anyone. They were like, "Ugh,
Yeah.
what the fuck are these things?" And but yeah, anything that wasn't nailed down was gone.
It was half-inched.
Yeah, they never got it back either.
No, but the Emperor did give them a lot of money for it,
Yeah,
didn't he?
he reimbursed them.
Obviously, Catholic missionaries feared the Protestant competition,
Bastards.
and they accused Adams of piracy, and they urged the Japanese authorities to execute him. But instead, he was summoned to meet Tokugawa Ieyasu. We'll call him Tokugawa from now on.
Yeah.
And he was curious, basically, because he's a calculator. He's playing 4D chess. He wants to be top dude. He wants to be the shogun.
Yes.
And though Adams could speak through Portuguese interpreters who may or may not have been giving the entire truth.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Well, they're basically saying to the Emperor, cut his fucking head off. But in Adams' letter, I can't remember exactly how he worded it, but I think he said it's along the lines of like the Emperor's like, well, he's done nothing wrong to me or to this country since he's been here.
Yeah.
So if I kill him, that's me doing philosophically, I'm doing bad to him for no reason.
Plus, this guy's a resource.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not use him?
It doesn't make sense to me, and it's weird how you're so eager for me to kill him.
Well, he's bringing you other knowledge, a knowledge from a different source of the outside world, isn't he?
He showed him the world map. He taught him some maths and geometry that was new to this guy.
This is it. I mean, they can navigate by the stars. The Japanese at this point can't, because that's the only way you can sail long distances, is being able to navigate by the sun and stars. And if they, you know.
Yeah. And he liked him.
Well, he's got that English charm, hasn't he?
I love it in Shogun when they're putting him in prison. One of the he's proper English. Very English. And he's like, he says, "You dribbling smear!" He grabs his cock. It's on you.
Just sounds like an Englishman 200 years later who's been arrested by the Spanish police for football hooliganism.
He's completely belligerent and swears like a motherfucker at first, but he climbs. Adams in real life certainly acclimatized to
He went full native
to a Japanese culture.
What happened to the other men? I can't remember.
I think they were given eventually. They were given their own little bits of land. They just led little quiet lives. I think I read.
Yeah, they
just
took
normal.
They weren't allowed to leave.
Yeah,
were
they accepted. Oh wait, we're not allowed. Well, they didn't really have a way of getting back, to be honest, because I don't know what happened to their original ship.
I think even if you had the original ship,
but
it wasn't too fucked, you can't provision it, can you? Without them knowing. Anyway, if you're, imagine the amount of food and you've only got 5 of you left. You're gonna have to be sailing that. You
need more than that, didn't you?
And he said in his letter, he knows how they punished, but he went mad at two. I can't remember. They must have been Portuguese or Spanish. They weren't English, but they got into a fight in a field with each other, and he's like, they're insane. He's like, I've seen how they punish like things like this, public outbursts, and he tells this story, right? And it's all worded in ye olde language, but basically a woman had 2 guys on the go, and the one came home to find the other one there, and he cut both of them with his sword, and they were arguing in the street. So straight away the local samurai rounded them up, and the local lord ordered them executed, cut their heads off. The bodies were there, and like it's been a while since there'd been an execution, like quite a long time. So the local samurai all wanted to test how sharp their katanas were. So he described it that they came and basically just hacked at the bodies over and over again till he said there was no piece left bigger than a hand.
Wow.
Of all three bodies. Just imagine them, just because they wanted to test their swords.
Yeah.
They just went ham on these bodies. Like.
There's a thing about the katana where they would have like, they would pass their swords through the family.
Yeah.
So they'd have like, you know, the best. This is like the best sword.
Mine's sharper than yours.
And you'd have like 3 body swords. So they'd put 3 dead bodies up, or people they're executing.
Yeah.
And they would like take a big swing, and the sword's that sharp and that good, it'll go through like 3 bodies before they hit the fucking, you know, quite cleanly. And there's that's only a 1 body sword. That's a 2 body sword. Yeah, he's got fucking whatever. He's probably got a name.
3 body sword.
A 3 body sword. They all name their swords. What does the Helm say in Game of Thrones? Only cunts name their swords.
That was fucking awesome.
This guy though, my point is, he knew, he's like, if you step out of line, they'll cut your fucking head off.
Yeah.
Like, there's a strict honour code here. He picked it
very
up,
strict.
He picked it up quick. Like,
It's mental how strict it is.
to the point where he says in his letter, he fucking went mad and bollocked these two, like, because they were just arguing publicly in a field. He's like, oh, no.
In the series, there's one person that speaks out of turn, doesn't he?
He starts having it. There's a meeting of all the lords, and they're accusing the guy based on Takagawa.
Yeah.
They're accusing him of treachery, which he hasn't done. And one of his little masters, who's behind him, stands up and starts shouting out of turn to stick up for him. And because of that, he then has to commit, seppuku, but not just on himself. They have to kill his baby.
Yeah.
To
Fucking
end his family
insane, innit?
line.
Yeah.
Kill the whole family.
I mean, that's going a bit too far.
And
isn't
he
it?
spoke out in
Surely.
defence.
Yeah.
But nope, sorry, I know you're on my side, but gotta set an example.
Absolutely mental.
Me.
Absolutely mental. In Shogun, every 5 minutes, somebody's offering to do it, aren't they? They think they've upset him. Oh, fucking do it! Oh, stop it! Oh, God.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Your council members doing that for you.
He'd be second. He'd have a world record for second.
Well, I'm never doing it. I'm the top. So that way.
Oh, do you want to? We should explain seconds. Do you want to explain that, Ben?
That's the guy that when you plunge the blade into your stomach, your body's natural reaction is to lean forwards and expose the nape of your neck. Your body does that automatically. You can't stop it. You've just plunged a dagger into your stomach, which is very agonising.
Yes.
So you're living those, I don't know, let's say 3, 4, 5 seconds of agony as a recompense to your lord. Here's my 5 seconds of agony, and then my second is going to do me a mercy swing and take my head off in one go.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah. You'd like that job, wouldn't you?
Not really, no.
Especially if they were doing it to honour you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be a second in that
Because
scenario.
they've dared to speak out of turn at a local council.
I wouldn't be a
My
second.
lord, I will commit seppuku immediately.
Okay.
So you
It would be
should.
my greatest honour if you second me. Right.
No, I'm not. I don't. No, I couldn't be. Could I? It'd have to be their like retainer.
No, I think you can request your lord. I think. Well, they do in Shogun, don't he? Because he.
Or maybe then.
I don't know if you can in real life. I don't.
I don't know myself. I mean,
Or he might be able to say no.
I thought it would have been a bit more sort of better for one of your retainers to do it.
Sorry. If it were me, I'd ask the best. The best.
Oh, that's
bloke
my
with a
top
sword.
guy.
Yeah, who's the best samurai? Yeah.
He can take an head off in one stroke. Sold.
Yeah. I've seen him do like 6 bamboos.
Yeah, he's got a 3-body sword. Take my money.
Yeah. That one, please. Yeah, so it's a bit strict over there.
It is, yeah.
But I like that.
Have you ever heard of this place
don't
called
know.
Saudi Arabia?
That's too strict.
Really?
That's
Compared
too
to
strict.
this?
Yeah, well, they like to fuck. They like to fuck over there and drink. There's a lot of drinking and fucking.
Yeah.
You need the money to, I don't want to be a fucking peasant or a fisherman in
Oh,
fucking
no.
1600 Japan, but I wouldn't mind being a local lord. That'd be alright.
Go for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to do it in style.
But guys, literally all your staff, you've seppuku'd them all. Left. You're gonna have to clean your own.
All the peasants are dead. You killed all the peasants.
Shit.
Who are you, Prince Andrew?
It's just me. You got to make me. Hey, they're all over. They're all. What are you on about? They're all over.
Apparently, he was a proper cunt and would insult his staff regularly. So if you insult enough staff,
Oh, come on, of all the staff insulters, it could have been Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, it could have been, couldn't it? Sorry.
It could have been fucking any rock star of the last 50 years. He went straight to Prince Andrew.
Because he's been in
Not
the
a
news,
prince
hasn't he?
anymore.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
a prince.
Squiggle.
Yes. And the prince formed the nonce formerly known as Prince Andrew.
But his symbol is just it's the red circle with a cross.
Yeah. The error fucking.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Saudi Arabia too strict.
Feudal Japan.
Feudal Japan.
Strict
As long
enough.
as you're upper class.
A bit too strict myself.
I wouldn't seppuku everyone.
No.
I'd just be at my little brothel house. I'd eat me rice. I'd do my little tea ritual. You know. If anybody fucked about, I'd get me top samurai to behead him. I wouldn't be able to watch that bit though.
Well, it doesn't last very long if you can't watch a beheading.
One shot. I suppose if I was born and raised over
That's
there,
it,
though,
you'd
I'm gonna love it, aren't I?
You've seen beheading since you were like 3-4 years old, you know.
Yeah, love a beheading.
Who doesn't love a beheading at this point? It's like the hangings, isn't it?
It would be my honour to behead myself for you, my lord.
Well, back to Mr. Adams.
Ah, yes, what a man.
Because he knows, he knows about the outside world. He knows a bit about shipbuilding. He knows astronomy and navigation. This guy's not a threat. He's an asset for Tokugawa, isn't he?
Mm.
No one else has got this edge. I've
Yeah.
got this edge, though. The Portuguese won't share that with us,
Yeah.
but he will.
Yeah, and he's not trying to spread his religion and build churches. And
No.
that. He just does the bowing. He worked the bowing out.
He's like, oh, I'm quite happy here. I've got some I've got a fucking purpose. I've got some rank and respectability. I've gone full native. I've got the Japanese wife.
£2 of rice a day.
£2 of rice a day and some land. I'm creaming it in, mate.
One of them nice little Japanese houses with a beautifully manicured garden.
Yeah, got some bloke doing that for me. I haven't got to do it myself.
That's what was blowing my mind. England in 1600, just fields of pig shit and potatoes and
No.
they've got these beautiful manicured gardens and it's all part of your philosophy and your clean mind to have your perfectly raked stones and that blew my mind a bit. It's like
That's the Buddhist philosophy, isn't it?
Yeah, the Taoism. I don't know. It's all mad to me.
It's like if whatever you're doing, you should be focused on that entirely.
Yeah,
You should try and perfect whatever you do,
Yeah.
even if it's just raking the fucking lawn. Do you know what I mean?
to beautiful shapes and
I suppose it's like taking pride in your job, but times a million. I consider myself to be a very good forklift driver, right? And I like to think I've worked at that.
Yeah.
I've had years' experience. I know what to do, and I'm pretty good at this. I could probably fucking
samurai.
be a forklift samurai at this. Might not be the best in the world, but I've focused it. It's zen for me now.
But this is the thing, at 1600, I know it said it was an unstable time, but politically unstable, but there wasn't, compared to the previous 400 years, it was nowhere near as war-y.
No,
It was way more war-y.
but there's still that dynamic
Still
for the
tension.
shogun in there.
Yeah. Politically it's getting unstable, but the samurai class, they're like the elites more so now. They're still a warrior class, but they're like the most highly educated. They're like the knights.
They're the knights,
England.
yeah, they're exactly the knights, yeah.
They're a bit itching for. They're probably all dying for a bit of a.
They want to fight.
Bust up,
Because
my dad's always talking about. He was fighting he fucking beheaded this one bloke and he done. I've never fucking had a fight.
I've got a 3-body sword I'm never going to
Yeah.
use.
This shit. I got all the gear, all the
Yeah.
armour. I do all the training every day.
Every
I do
day.
my haikus.
Yeah.
God, I'd love a fucking battle. That'd be ace.
You want to test yourself, don't you, with that
Yeah.
scenario? And Dad did
That's
it, and
when-
Granddad did it, and
I love the idea of the Ronins then. Your master died or whatever, your lord. There's no wars going on, so you're like, fuck it, I'm going to wander about, look for some wrongs to right,
yeah.
make some money.
Or do some wrongs
assassinate
myself.
some people, yeah, might just steal, do what I want.
Yeah.
They're the cool ones, aren't they?
But you've got that in Adams's culture. Remember, he's fought in the Armada. He was in the English fleet in 1588 when the Spanish Armada attacked. All the sailors got laid off.
Right.
Like, after that's done, the fleet gets kind of like shrunk back down a bit because you can't be spending all that money.
Yeah.
No need. We
No need,
defeated
is
them.
it? We're going to scale it back. We'll keep the ships. We're going to, release the crews. And so that's what he was. That's why he went on this, because he's an experienced sailor who's now got a skill to sell. He's a mercenary, effectively.
And he did have a wife and kids in England as well.
He did, although apparently I've heard somewhere that she died before he went on this. And I heard another source saying that she may have well still been alive when he got there.
Because he sent once he died, half his estate and everything he had went back to England.
Because he knew he had 2 kids living.
Okay. So
Well, he had 2 children back in England. He knew that before he went.
But I've just remembered, you asked Mike, it's literally, I've just remembered what happened to the others. They stayed on the ship for a couple of years, lived on the ship. But because they couldn't find their stuff, the Lord said, I want their fucking stuff back. Because he'd made mates with Anjin. But they couldn't get it back, couldn't find it. So he gave them money, which they were, but this would make you laugh. They fell out over the fucking money.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
And it took them like 8 months or something like that to fucking make an agreement.
He gave him the 50,000, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, we want all equal shares. And the captain's like, well, no, I'm the fucking captain. I get more.
It should go on rank.
It should go on rank. And it took him fucking ages to finally agree on,
like 8 months or something.
A compensation deal, basically.
And then they ended up, I'm sure the line I read, they all just settled down and led quiet lives. Bought a little house. Yeah. They must have tried to learn the lingo or something. Or,
I thought so. Go native.
Because they were Dutch, all the other ones, weren't they? Yeah.
In 1600, shortly after Adam's arrival, Japan's future was decided at the Battle of Sekigahara. Though Adams did not fight in the battle, he was present in Japan during the turning point, and Tokugawa emerged victorious, establishing dominance over rival clans. 3 years later, in 1603, Tokugawa got appointed shogun, beginning the Tokugawa shogunate that would rule Japan for over 250 years, and that is not a bad dynasty to found, is it?
Oh, because that was the peaceful period then.
Yeah.
But I'm sure in that battle they may have used his cannons.
Possibly.
I'm sure.
Because the other side had firearms. Because they were they were dealing with the Portuguese. They had probably arquebuses at that point.
They had them weird,
arquebus?
Like a primitive musket. You wouldn't have had the
because it was Japanese. They're all fancy and ornate.
Yeah, you'd have had the you'd have probably had they had the ones with the slow burning match held in the lock, and when you pulled the trigger, the match went forward and set the powder off, and then it got replaced with like a flint. But before, in this period, you'd have had this long, slow burning wick attached to a screw head on the musket, and you'd put the powder in onto the pan and load it and do all the ramroddy stuff. And when you pulled the trigger, the burning wick went forward. And ignited the powder, so you'd have had that.
I just imagine then in my head being an old samurai, watching the young lad with his faffing about and all that, just going, "What? Fuck are you doing?"
Well, remember,
I know once you've loaded it, they're brilliant, but I just imagine watching one doing all that fucking faff, and you're just popping up arrows like a fucking beast.
It's worth pointing out, guys. You've really got a point. But the problem is with archery, and being as good as the samurai archers were, takes a long time
to get that good.
But if you've got 5,000 peasants,
you can teach them.
You can teach them to use that fairly effectively in a week.
True. Yeah.
And you might lose
a few, blow their own faces off.
Yeah, doesn't matter. You just get another one in, don't you? Because you've got like there's 300 of them and there's 5,000 of you. But it's worth pointing out that Wellington, of all people, said if I'd have had a battalion of longbowmen at Waterloo, I'd have won the battle in half a day.
Waterloo.
Couldn't escape if you wanted to.
Interestingly, I didn't watch it on purpose. My dad was fucking watching it the other day. It was on telly. The 1970 film Waterloo.
Great film.
I thought of you. I was going to text you. I was thinking, I bet Ben's seen this.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Somebody's
It's got Rod Steiger in it.
Steiger, that's
Yeah.
it. He's very shouty.
It's the Soviet Hollywood. That film.
Ah,
It was fully made by the Soviet version of Hollywood.
yeah.
They got like loads of Red Army conscripts to be
Like you
extras.
say,
They
it's
did all the
literally
uniform. There's thousands of people. You get the scale of it. It's actually fucking magnificent to watch.
That's why it
I've
held
seen the
my,
clips, yeah.
That's why it held my attention, to be honest, because that's in
Isn't it
some of
4
the
hours long?
It's about 3.5 hours long.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
long, yeah. I just sat there with my dad like,
Oh.
wow.
But the scale of it gets the scale, doesn't it?
It was impressive.
It
was impressive.
So, becoming Mura Anjin. I guess that's what he gets known as, isn't it?
Yes.
They give him a Japanese name. And he becomes indispensable to Tokugawa, advising him on European geopolitics, shipbuilding techniques, Western artillery, and global trade networks.
Yeah.
He helped construct Western-style ships for Japan in only 1604, so he's only been there 4 years.
Yeah. What a fucking beast, man.
He oversaw the building of an 80-ton vessel, the first of its kind. 80 ton. You think, oh yeah, that's not that big. It's pretty fucking big though, isn't it? And 80 tons of wood.
Do you know what's amazing? In his letter, he said, obviously I don't know how true it is, but Adams's letter said that the Emperor asked him, build me a ship. He's like, I've never really built one before, mate. And he's like, well, have a go.
Yeah.
If it's shit, we won't use it. No drama. You know what you're doing.
Have a go, yeah.
I'll give you all the men, the money, whatever you need, go for it. But like, that was his attitude. So he's like, all right then. And this guy fucking builds a fucking shit. What a guy, man.
Yeah.
Like you say, 4 years he's been there, and he's the fucking Emperor's right hand man. Well, not quite, but he's certainly
a useful ally.
Advisor.
Yeah, he's been invited there quite often. He's been given gifts quite often. He's living a good life. He's
gone native. He's allowed to carry 2 swords, which marks him as a samurai.
Yeah, they've gifted him. Well, he went up in stages, I think. There's what was it, Hamato or something like that.
Hatamoto.
That's it.
A direct retainer of the shogun. So he's like a knight in a way.
Because I think that was the first thing, and then he goes up to a samurai. I think that's it. I could be wrong.
He gets a little fief, so he gets some farmers and some land. He gets the right to carry the 2 swords, and he gets a Japanese name.
Yeah.
Which is, and this was extraordinary. Foreigners were rarely trusted, and they certainly weren't elevated.
The first Englishman to step foot in Japan in 4 years' time. He's a fucking samurai with a farm. He's the Emperor's fucking mate.
Yeah.
He's banging Japanese birds left, right, and centre.
This is where if time travel's invented, this is where you're going back to, isn't it?
I don't want to go through the journey there.
No, you just zoom back in and go, hey, you'll learn how to make ships.
Yeah.
You get there a month before him.
Yeah. Pirate! Yeah. Heretic! Oh man, what a guy though. He should be way more famous.
Yeah.
Apparently over there he is. There's like things named after him. You can go see his grave.
His hometown is twinned with the places he lived.
Oh yeah, I think there's a maritime museum that might be named after him in England somewhere.
And they did his supposed grave. They did a load of genetic testing on it. I mean, he's still got descendants, and it was him. It was him there. So there was a cost. He was forbidden from leaving Japan. In England, he had a wife and children. Some say his wife was dead, some say she wasn't. And for many years they believed him to be dead.
Oh yeah, you would, wouldn't you? You couldn't just pick up the phone. I was thinking about this as well. You couldn't even send... The only way to get a letter back is you need a ship going back that way, don't you?
Yep.
You can't tie it to a fucking pigeon.
6 months.
African or European pigeon?
It's completely cut off, aren't you?
Well, and remember, these are going to be like Portuguese and Spanish ships, which aren't going to be too friendly to delivering your letter to England.
No.
You think so? It's going to go back to Spain or Portugal, and then if they're feeling generous, they'll send someone off to do it with some other stuff, and eventually it'll make its way through France and then to England, and then it might get to the correspondence at this point. Sketchy, innit? Let's face it.
Yeah. I was thinking about this. It's over years. Yeah, they just wouldn't have had a clue, would they?
No.
And plus, if word got back that all them 4 other ships were fucked in the storms and everything, you'd just assume, wouldn't you? Well,
Oh, that's it. They crossed the names on the off the board as it was. You know, these 5 ships have been lost.
yeah. But no, he's living it up.
Insurance would pay out.
He's rocking with the Emperor.
He is. And so he did try and send letters home, some of which survive, and they reveal a complex man, pragmatic, loyal to Tokugawa, because you would be if he'd just given you a lot of stuff and a nice comfortable life you'd have never had in England.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's also nostalgic for home.
Well, he's a bit worried about his wife and kids.
No matter where I was in the world,
Yeah.
no matter what was happening, if I was living somewhere else, I'd always feel a pull to go back home.
Of course.
To England, gentlemen.
Well, he says that in his letter. He's like, it's my one pain, it's my one ill. Like everything else is lovely. It's quite lovely.
Because as lovely as Japan is, and you imagine like how beautiful rural Japan is at this point, all those fields and woods.
I bet he's sick of rice. He'd kill for a potato.
He'd fucking kill for a potato. He'd kill for some potatoes right now. That's what it is.
And he's probably sick of really beautiful Japanese women. He wants a toothless.
I don't think he's sick on that.
He wants a toothless hag.
Because that's the beautiful thing. You see,
Named
just
Fanny.
Fanny. When that's the beautiful thing. Because you know, like it works with the samurais where they perfect what they're doing. So if they're going to be an archer samurai, they're going to practice all day.
They've got to be good at calligraphy.
But the geishas had the same thing. They were the best fuck they could be. Took it to an art form. They could make pillow talk. They'd know how to suck you off so you'd come in 30 seconds. It's a technique to it. It was passed down from geisha. It was like, this is the best you can be.
Well, yeah. What a land.
No wonder he didn't leave.
Yeah. Well, he weren't allowed.
Well,
he did keep asking. Apparently at first he used to piss the Emperor off when he asked him, so he stopped.
That's pretty a good move.
Yeah.
If you do it once or twice and he kind of gives you that look and goes,
you
go, all right.
Yeah, you could tell he'd annoyed him. So he's like, I left it alone.
Well, he's too valuable to let go, isn't he? You know.
Plus, I suppose the Emperor's probably thinking, I'll give you a farm, you prick.
Yeah. I've given you a farm, you've got kids, you got a wife. Why would you want to fucking leave?
A shipyard, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you got a shipyard.
You got your 2 swords.
But what would you want, you fuck? And of course, he is also navigating dual identities. He's an English Protestant, he's a Japanese retainer, he's a cultural intermediary.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
A man with a foot in 2 worlds.
Yeah. But in 1613, over a decade after Adams' arrival, an English ship finally reaches Japan.
Hey. Hello, lads.
All right, Governor. Oh, you cunt, you fucking prick.
Fancy seeing you here, you ugly cunt.
You look like I want him to be like Brick. Like, you look like a Japanese, but you're also an Englishman.
Yeah.
Not Brickter. You fucking can. You can. The vessel was commanded by John Saris and represented the English East India Company.
Hey.
And he served then as translator and advisor. He helps the English establish a trading post in Laredo, because we're not bringing the Portuguese and the Spanish. They want to bring Catholicism to Japan. They want missionaries.
Yeah, they want to build churches.
They want to build churches. They want to convert people.
We just want to make some fucking money.
That's it. We don't care about that shit. We'll give you some muskets. You give us gold. Eh? How's that fucking work? You give us tradable goods and money. We'll give you muskets.
Better deal than them cunts.
Have you seen Blue-Eyed Samurai?
No.
You need to. If you think this is great, you'll love that.
What's that anime?
Anime, but it's a Western anime, but it's fucking brilliant, and it is quite gory though. But fucking brilliant. So Saris found him naturalised to Japan. He's got native old boy, which was actually that was kind of looked down on a little bit. Certainly around the Empire times, you had guys who like went to India, and they'd have an Indian wife and have Indian children. Half Indian children, and they'd dress the same, and they'd live like a Maratha ruler and like a sultan in their own. You know, they'd go native. And he's kind of done the same, and he's like, then Why would you have any of the culture other than ours, old boy?
It suited him apparently though, because he was a measured, thoughtful sort of person.
I think it would.
He liked the order and the
Yeah.
you know, and plus he's come on.
Well,
I was say if they'd have made him be a fisherman,
he's not going to be that happy, is he?
do you know what I mean? Yeah, and it was shit. Yeah, but he's getting free food. He's got a farm.
Oh, look
Plus,
at
to get on in that society, you got to change, haven't you?
100%. You can't carry on being
No.
English.
No, Brian, having his St George flag iron hanging outside.
Getting leery at the football.
Yeah.
Get your head cut off. You got to settle the fuck down.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
You got to learn the rituals and.
Totally.
One thing I've noticed watching that Shogun is even when it's your mortal enemy and you want to stab his fucking face in, you still have to give him the bow. You know what I mean? You got to go through all the. Still got to do it all right and correct. You know, and be a filthy cunt. Because then you got to apologise.
That's it.
And if you really upset someone, then you got to.
Spooky yourself.
Yeah. Oh no.
No,
What a mess.
no, for me, it's all about avoiding the spooku.
Yeah, 100%. Or someone just getting so angry they cut you with one of them fucking swords.
Yeah, but at least I've got a sword too, and I've been trained how to use it to a point.
Well, you're not going to be the problem with.
I'm not gonna be as good as. I'm not gonna be like amazing. I'm gonna be like an Englishman with a weird sword.
Well, that's the thing with Anjan, isn't it? Is that yes, he's done very well politically and societally. Whatever,
They can cut his head off with it.
If he's got no idea how these lot have been doing it since they were 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's going to definitely be trying to avoid arguments.
But he has been a soldier or a sailor. He'd have had some
fucking ballsy geezer.
He'd have had some kind of training with a. But it's a different sword. It's a very different sword from what he's.
Well, he'd have probably towered over most of them.
That's a valid point.
He could have probably just caved the fucking heads in if they didn't get their sword out in time.
Yeah.
Rugby tackle.
Well, this is.
Oh, he used some crazy English martial art. He just kept screaming, biting, headbutting.
How do you like that, you cunt?
Cunt, over and over again.
I'm going for my genitals.
He grabbed my balls and squeezed and twisted at the same time, and then poked his thumb in my eye.
He was like a rabid dog. He kept going on about this fucking queen.
He kept saying, I am fucking Millwall.
What is this milk?
Do you know who I am?
Who is Ronnie Pickering? He challenged me to bare knuckle. Oh, I didn't see it coming.
Then he hit me with a pool cue from behind.
Attacked with a narwhal tusk.
I was a Polish bloke.
That was it.
He was, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So even though they found him, he naturalised, he's adopted to Japanese customs and mannerisms when in Rome, I say.
Well, you've got to over there, as we've established, or you're in trouble.
He advised the English that realistically Japan would not be easily manipulated, and they had the factory over there, but it struggled, it closed in a decade, didn't work out, and then we get to religion, which always casts a shadow over everything at this point. While he himself is a Protestant and not particularly evangelical, Japan's leadership grew increasingly suspicious of Christianity, because Christianity wants you to worship Jesus as Lord and not your shogun. Jesus is above your shogun. The only person that's above the shogun is the emperor. And he hasn't got any power. But Jesus has got power because you're worshipping him instead of the emperor.
Well,
and he says, you shouldn't have this. Worship me. I am your King of Kings.
Jesus is pretty cool.
I come not to bring peace, but a sword.
He's pretty cool.
He was in his younger years. Teengus.
Teengus?
Don't Google that.
It's the Righteous Gemstones. Anyone seen that? No.
Sorry, mate.
Walton Goggins. It's good.
Teenage Jesus.
Oh, I've heard about that show. Yeah. Well, he's like plays an evangelical preacher, but he knows it's all bullshit.
Baby Billy.
How dare you?
He does a show called Teen Jesus in his younger years
I'd watch
to
it.
try and get the kids into Christianity.
Try and brainwash the children, you mean? Yeah. So, Catholic missionaries, because the Catholics like to do this missionary thing, don't they?
Mm.
They were seen as destabilising forces, and they're aligned with, Spanish and Portuguese colonial ambitions. Because if we can convert everyone to Christianity, and we're Christians, you're not going. It's against, it's supposed to be against our religion to fight each other. We're brothers in Christ. Is supposed to be the theory, isn't it?
Mm.
So accept our rule. This eventually culminated in violent crackdowns like the Shimabara Rebellion. Though Adams didn't live to see that rebellion, he witnessed the early tightening of foreign influence, and his advice likely reinforced Tokugawa's skepticism towards Spanish and Portuguese powers, because, I'm a proud Englishman. Don't want these Dagos getting the trade, do we?
No, we do not. These bloody religious freaks.
These Catholic, not even. It's probably not even nationality. It's religion at this point, isn't it?
Plus he
I
wants
don't
the
want
trade.
these Catholics I want England to prosper. I don't want
do.
these Catholics to prosper.
Yeah.
So William Adams died in 1620 at age 56, and he left behind Japanese lands and wealth, 2 Japanese children, and a legacy as a bridge between civilizations. He never returned to England, yet he never entirely ceased being English.
Of course not.
No, you can take the Englishman out of England.
His grave is believed to be in Hirado. They have actually DNA tested remains and found that it's probably him there.
Yeah.
In Japan, he's remembered as Mura Anjin. In England, he was largely forgotten for centuries until basically the book and then the Shogun came out.
Mm.
He was in Shogun. He's known as John Blackthorne.
Yes.
And obviously,
Barbarian.
he's a bit less swashbuckly in real life.
Yeah.
But like you say, he was more of a skilled navigator, political survivor, and cultural translator, and a loyal retainer. And let's face it, if you've come from nothing, some Kentish fisherman who's joined the Royal Navy and then gone into merchant sailing, and all of a sudden your skills are really fucking valuable, and he's basically making you the equivalent of a lord in England, which is far more than you'd have ever got in England.
Yeah. And there's not shit everywhere.
There's not shit everywhere. You're going to take it, and you'll adapt. You'll still be English. You'll still put a St George's cross outside your house when the football's on.
Yeah, of course. The only problem with being an Englishman out there is you can't piss up the side of a building because it's paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We love pissing up buildings.
We do.
Ways, don't
We
we?
do. But guys, there'd have been a lot more convenient trees as well.
Yeah, this is true. They probably had some sort of like dignified system. I haven't looked into this, but
I haven't looked into feudal Japan's toiletry etiquette, admittedly.
I'm sure it's better than ours, though.
Ask ChatGPT.
Well, try and find out. But in Shogun, it is quite funny.
Do they just go in the stables and piss in the straw? Is that a thing?
They offer him another. He's had a bath and a haircut, right? Then they offer him another one a few days later, and he's like, 2 baths in a week? Do you want me to get scurvy?
Yeah.
And he thinks they're trying to do him over, we're trying to make him bath again. And they're like, what is his problem? Because they're very clean and nice. Well, let's find out about the toilet situation.
I'm intrigued. I reckon they just piss it in the stable. I mean, they didn't have like a sewer system or aqueducts and things like that. It was all feudal and rural, wasn't it? But why does he matter? Why does William Adams matter? This challenges simplistic narratives of East versus West. He's not a conqueror, he's not a missionary, he's not a colonial official. He's just a dude who turned up one day and adapted, didn't he?
He did it in the most British way possible.
Yeah.
He assimilated.
It's the importance of diplomacy.
This is what the AI overview says. In 1600, at the dawn of the Edo period, the toilet situation, I worded it by saying what was the toilet situation. Yeah. The toilet situation in Japan was characterized by a high degree of cleanliness and organized, often public sanitation, heavily influenced by the use of human waste as fertilizer. Whilst the upper class utilised more refined methods, the average Japanese person used squat toilets in wooden structures located outside the main living areas. So they weren't shitting in the street.
No, they weren't, were they? They weren't
No.
throwing their shit in
No.
the streets.
No.
Fair play.
You know, and they're wearing all them beautiful, like, because he wasn't a peasant, he'd have had all them nice silk robes and all the lovely stuff, and, you know, I bet he felt very,
I bet it was awkward if you had the shits. I bet all that stuff was awkward to get off in an Oreo, wasn't it? Rather than just a pair of trousers.
Well, if you're a lord, you've got a few little mateys to help
I
you.
know, but if you're urgent and you've got to go.
Well, you just...
That
I've
wasn't that.
shat my silks again.
Mind you.
Guess what you're doing for the next 2 days?
Yeah, there is
Go
that.
get the scrubbing brush.
There is that in there, yeah. Scrub me down.
I will get the shit brush, master. Of course, there's toilet situations.
Yeah,
that's
there
good.
is. It's better toilet situations than feudal Europe.
Yeah.
So, and Japan did eventually close itself off again to all foreigners under the Tokugawa shogunate, which did go on for 250 years, to be fair.
Yeah, but...
So, but he remains this exception, this reminder of a brief window when cross-cultural exchange shaped the nation's future.
I just think he's an absolute legend. He should
Yeah.
be way more famous. It's just amazing. You just rock up, instead of ended up rotting in a prison or having your head cut off because you've upset someone somehow.
Yeah.
Or, you just pretty much straight off. Just win over the Lord.
Be your charming English self.
Yeah, just being your good old fashioned British self. And
Right, mate.
alright, lad.
How's it fucking going?
Yeah, and you work your way up the society and live yourself a nice little. How long was he there? Like 13 years, was it?
20 odd years.
Was it 20 odd in the end?
Yeah, 20 years, I think. 16, 20. Yeah.
What an amazing. They reckon you have to be somewhere at least 10 years for it to like become your home if you go somewhere new. That's what they reckon.
No,
Someone
pretty
told
good with
me
that.
once. So
Still never be blighty though, would it?
what a legend though. But I'm sure he was dying for a potato.
Oh God, yeah.
And some beer. Apparently some people drank sake by the pint.
Wow.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends on the strength though, doesn't it?
That was in one of his letters. It was when that other English bloke turned up. They were all happy and celebrating, and like, I think he might have said it was a pint and a half jug of sake, and he explains what sake is, and he's like, and the Lord said, "I will drink it all." They all got just pissed.
Yeah. I suppose
They love getting pissed to this day. The Japanese, they love it.
Everyone does.
Yeah, but now some nations love it a bit more than others, don't they? Especially publicly, like us.
I suppose it depends on what chewable roots you've got lying around that get you high, doesn't it? If you've got something just lying there that you can chew, like a root, and it'll, like, I mean, Africa, prime example, like
But I bet if you gave them loads of
chewable
barley-
roots are just like, but if you give them beer, they're not that interesting. Just take that out of the ground and have it. But
that's because they've not experienced all the highs and lows of beer, the amazing fun that can be had with just smashing beer after beer into your brain to numb the pain.
yeah,
Oh, where's me dagger?
yeah.
Seppuku.
Oh, we haven't got. Might get the katana.
I'll be your second.
Oh, fucking hell! All right, you go for it.
Oh, sorry. Because of my politics.
No, you go for it, pal. You honestly, if you want to be second, you want to guarantee that clean cut. You have that responsibility. Man who's never swung a sword in his life, Gaz.
I'm up for trying anything once.
You just want to kill a human being. That's what you want.
He wants to kill a conservative. That's what it is.
He wants his Marxist, Leninist, Stalinist
They're
roots
always the
coming
most
out.
violent.
Satisfy my bloodlust.
Yourself always comes out. But I watched a whole video about how hard it is to cut things, even no matter how sharp the sword is. It's the technique of, like, you know, they put like 4 or 5 bamboos in a row.
Yeah.
It could go like through the first 2 and then
Yeah.
swinging too hard. This one guy was trying to cut just a piece of paper. He couldn't do it. He was just knocking it out of whoever was holding it. But then when he slowed down and got it right, it just went like it was nothing.
It's true.
But when he was hacking at it, yeah. So I just got all these visions of it going wrong.
I might be a bit of a
Especially when
hacker.
You're unskilled.
He's going to be a bit of a hacker, isn't he?
I mean, you've got to practice for years. Yeah. I'd just hold my sword out like that and jump off something high. Do it that way, like, oh, you make a new way.
No, because it's tradition. You can't do it, can you?
That might be how. Fuck your traditions. I'm English. For the Queen! Oh, it's gone right through me, but I didn't die instantly.
Someone just come along and do it anyway.
I thought I died. Oh, God. Ah. Yeah, and they just leave me. No one wants to cook me.
Yeah, that's it then.
Filthy English.
Yeah.
Ah,
He didn't do it the right way.
Sorry.
Disgraced himself at the end.
Oh,
And then they're
God.
going to kill your children too.
Did somebody at least get it on film? I bet it looked cool. Well,
This
don't do
proof
that
that-
at home.
I like to think that, you know, Adams was like a forerunner of the British Empire in a way. He just turned up to a place, got on with everybody, and then he just slowly colonised it over time.
Yeah, but he didn't murder people, though, did he?
Well, no, but, you know, sometimes that's an unfortunate side effect
He
of
did.
colonialism.
And he's lucky he was good at stuff.
Yeah. But a lot of times we did turn up and go, oh yeah, how's it going?
Yeah.
Can we sail here for a bit? Do some stuff.
Well,
And then we'd slowly take over that way.
I think he was obviously a brilliant man. Because you've got to
Yeah.
be quite clever to... well, number one, he knew Portuguese or enough to be able to...
Tell
Get
him that the priest was bullshitting.
Yeah. He must have learned some Japanese.
Oh yeah, he
Well,
did
he
fluent
must
by
have
the end, wouldn't he?
He's learned shipbuilding. You know. He's learned all the customs. Picked them up. Because I bet that was hard at first.
Oh,
like,
God, yeah.
Fuck me. Because nobody's there explaining everything to you, so you're just watching. You got to be a bit clever to pick up. Right, so you do that when he does that. Okay, I'll do it. You know. You're not stood there going, no.
Which fork do I use now?
You know,
Oh, he's got to use chopsticks. Is he using chopsticks?
He must have had to learn, yeah.
Mm.
Well, in Shogun, it shows him being shit at it, and it disgusts some of the people that don't like him. But I don't
Yeah, it
know
would
if that
do.
happened for real.
I guess he can use my fingers at that point.
Well, they all think he's a barbarian in Shogun.
Mm.
They think he's disgusting. Disgusting, horrible freak who washed up on the shore.
But the thing is,
Why does the Lord love him so much?
if the reverse had happened,
Mm.
it'd be the same opinion, wouldn't it?
Mm.
We'd think no, he was a barbarian.
Well, for a while he did set up. I know it said they cut off for a while, but after that other bloke turned up, because you can still see it. It's in, I forgot which museum, but the Emperor sent a samurai armour. He said, take that
It's
back
in the
to
Tower of London.
Oh,
They
there
gave it
you
to
go.
James the First.
He said, send that back to your queen, or was it a king? by
Yeah,
then? I don't know.
James the First. Yeah.
King, yeah. He said, send that to him as a gift from us, obviously, yeah. You can go and see that.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. We should do a go to the Tower of London one day.
I'd like to see that particular armour, because that's literally from 1600 something.
Yeah. But that tower,
Cool
oh,
as
it's
fuck.
so much history there. It's magnificent.
Can you see the prisoners?
No.
Oh.
It's not the history of death with you, isn't it?
This is
Gotta
where
go
they-
somewhere where
This is where they hung them.
people died.
Smell of the dead.
That's the most interesting bit of history, isn't it? You know.
Oh, Lord.
Because that's what shapes history, sadly. Is
Well,
death.
no. Great inventions and things shape
They-
history as well.
Oh, I think you'll find that death has shaped more history than inventions have.
Has it?
Yeah.
The steam engine.
Medicine.
Kings, queens, emperors, empires, people dying at the wrong time has shuffled us along a different line.
Machine gun.
The machine gun. Yeah.
We do some pretty good stuff.
We do loads of good stuff. I'm a big fan of the
For
human race.
example, PlayStation.
On the post part.
What an invention. They didn't
Oh,
make
yeah.
them in feudal. They wouldn't have been so bothered with all that IQ shit. I bet there's a lot less IQ goes on in modern day Japan.
If they'd have had
With all the
Ghost of
cool
Tsushima
shit
back then, there'd
Exactly.
be no samurais. They'd still be doing it online.
What an amazing time. Fascinating.
Great story.
Yep.
Japan is awesome.
We'll get there one day.
Well, they might not let us in there, but... Well, the BBC says they're ultra right-wing now.
Who, Japan?
Yeah. But everyone else just says they're just normal conservative, but everything has to be ramped up now, doesn't
Well,
it?
the president likes Black Sabbath, so I'm down for
Yeah.
it.
Oh, they've just tightened the... There was some immigration going on. They loosened the borders a bit, and then people voted in a very conservative party unanimously, and she's clamped down on that straight away.
Well, I didn't want to visit.
Yeah. I'm just saying that.
Well, I might
I've
stay
seen
if they'll
videos.
let me.
They've got a new technique. Have you seen it called sushi rolling?
No.
So the police have got this bag basically. They subdue the person.
What, with a back?
No, with other means.
All right.
Regular means. But then they lie them down on this bag and like fold them like sushi and just carry them off like a roll.
Well,
Well, they've had problems with just immigrants turning up and going a bit mad, and they don't like that sort of thing.
no, it's just Japanese
Yeah.
society's very structured, isn't
Yes,
it?
they still don't like that.
They
sort
don't
of
like
thing.
impulsivity in society.
Public
Just walking down the
displays
street and someone starts shouting. They don't
Yes.
like that.
Look it up, sushi rolling. It's quite funny.
Okay.
God bless them, always innovating.
Well, they do love their used panties and vending machines, don't they?
They do.
Fantastic toilets, though.
Can't wait to use it. I'm going to go to Japan. I'm going to use a Japanese toilet. It's my
we will
life
get-
ambitions.
We will get there one day. I promised not to misbehave and get sushi rolled. Keep me away from the sake. I'll just stick to it. Have you got card in?
Yeah.
Where do I get a full English?
They do.
What do you fucking mean you don't do fried bread?
Ashanti, that's one of their beers, isn't it?
Ashanti, yeah, they have lagers. It's
Isn't it
fine.
about fucking 9% though or something?
At
And
5.
and putting a load of paper
Well,
doors.
what they sell over here is 5. What it is in Japan, I don't know. I can
Must be
eat
so
noodles, we'll be
frustrating when
fine.
you're arguing with your wife in feudal Japan and every door you punch, stand goes straight through. Fucking, I can't kick anything.
I'm going to repair this.
Fucking paper.
Well, it is easy to repair, and you just get another strip of paper and
Well, this is true.
tack it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I just keep walking through doors just for a laugh, really, to be fair.
would you like? Because we asked when we did the plague, and that was medieval England and Europe.
Yeah.
None of us unanimously, fuck no, we agreed it'd be the worst possible time and place to be alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel about 1600 or maybe a bit later? Once that guy got in charge and it settled down properly, say 1610, how do you feel about living there and then?
Well, it's a lot better than medieval England, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even during the Renaissance, we're still throwing shit into the street. You know, they've got custom built crappers. They're going outside of town to do it. She's like, no one's getting. Japan's not getting the plague, is it?
No.
I don't know if there's been outbreaks of the plague in Japan, but there's certainly.
I don't think.
I couldn't get on with the strict hierarchy and the strict cultural sort of traditions and things and the honour code.
You
and
adapt, wouldn't you?
What if
Well,
you
no,
had to
yeah,
choose though, Mike? Okay,
piss
1600.
on someone's lawn, you cut your,
Well,
they're
just
gonna
don't
cut your
piss
head
on-
off.
Just don't piss on someone's lawn.
You just don't do that. They've got toilets. That's what one of them would say to you. We've got these things, Mike. You go in and where no one can see you.
If you pissed on sake,
Well,
Yeah, but you wouldn't get too pissed, would you? Because you've got to maintain
you're too
that.
scared. Everyone's got fucking two swords.
Yeah.
I'd only get pissed at home, and I'd instruct everyone: lock the paper fucking doors, glue me to my bed.
Put a toilet in the room.
Yeah.
but you say the wrong thing, you got to kill yourself and they're going to kill your kids as well.
Yeah, well, that's why you don't get drunk at these things.
Well, maybe just if you say the wrong thing.
But as long as you're disciplined,
You shut the. I keep stum.
Yeah.
yeah, as long as you live right, you can have a beautiful, peaceful life. You're on a rock. You're in a hot spring. Then you get out the hot spring, go and sit on a rock and write a haiku.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Beautiful
Practice your-
Japanese wife at home.
Practice your swordsmanship.
You're a lord.
I think it could be a good life. Well, he certainly.
It's a better life
Yeah.
than what he'd have had in England, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being a sailor, an unemployed sailor with
Yeah.
2 kids to feed.
Yeah.
Now he's effectively, he's probably as rich as whoever his lord is around where he grew up.
Yeah. It's the main difference. So Shogun, it's a struggle from start to finish. It's rough. It's got to be dramatic, hasn't it? It's a drama.
Yeah.
But the reality is, he turned up and everything just went really swimmingly. Well, at first, there was a bit of shit at first when everyone robbed his stuff and put him in prison, and the Portuguese were saying kill him because he's a pirate. That must have been a bit worrying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thankfully, through his charming Englishness, first ever Englishman to get there.
He's like the Roger Moore of the 16th
Yeah.
century.
The Emperor was just...
I say, old boy, I think we should build a ship like this.
The Emperor said, I think he's attempting re-entry. So. He just, in reality is, he didn't have to fight and nobody was trying to kill him every day. He just charmed his way.
Yeah, he just said what he had to.
Did as he was told. He was an honest and true and built, he was lucky he was brainy and the Emperor liked learning maths and stuff off him.
Yeah, yeah.
That would have come in useful. It's like being a weakling in prison but brainy. Survival.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it said there, didn't it? Called him a survivalist.
Mm.
Totally.
Because I would have probably killed myself in the prison. You had no idea, guys, you were going to end up with a farm. You were going to be the Lord's mate. You seppuku'd on day one. Before you even knew what it was.
Christ, mate, at least give it till day 3. Day 1. At least do a week.
Day one, Ben. I've got scurvy. I haven't eaten for weeks.
You haven't got scurvy at this... Well, you might have.
I'm not in a good way.
Well, you've got to have lemons, or have you?
We limp into the port. I'm like, oh, hello, you lot. Oh, they look funny. They jump on board, right? Lick everything we've ever had. Right? And then some cunt throws me in prison. I'm like, well, it's not going well, chaps. I'm locked in prison with a load of Dutch sailors. God knows what they're going to do.
Oh, God, you'd all stink as well, wouldn't you?
God. Yeah.
You'd all stink, because you don't...
No, you're not bathing.
I wouldn't have made the 2-year voyage.
Oh, God, exactly.
No,
I've been on a ship for 2 bastard years.
Yeah.
And not see one of them swords.
I would definitely be sea crazy at that point.
It's 2 years, and you don't know if you're going to find this place.
Exactly.
You've got a vague idea where it might be. You know, if you might have captured they might have some intelligence, some captured captains and stolen charts. But you've still got no fucking idea, have you?
Slightly off.
Yeah, that's especially at this point.
Over that distance, you've completely and utterly... Because they were aware of things sort of around it.
Yeah.
And that. But it was, nobody had mapped or got there. It was just rumour.
The Japanese quite enjoyed being isolated, didn't they? They didn't want this... Because I suppose the people in charge didn't, they've got we're going to have this strict code of conduct. Oh, you're bringing in these new ideas that challenge me. I don't like that.
They listened because they were philosophical.
Yes.
Anyway, I would have liked to live there. They had
I'd have taken it over medieval England anyway.
tea houses,
Yeah.
whorehouses, swords, face mask. I'd wear the samurai gear all day, every day.
I'm still in the night camp.
Well, let's not get into that now because that'll take us about
Yeah, it will. Anyway, should we end the show there, gentlemen? Right, well, thank you very much for listening. I've been Ben. Don't join the flavour aid. Don't join a cult.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
I've been Gaz, Pre-Biff Tannen. Goodbye.